Engage.
Okay guys, it's Kelsey. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a casual journal with me video. Please excuse the messiness of my work area here. I do speed up some clips. I'm just cutting out different words. And this is Richard Lehman, a crazy author that I love. He is super trashy, so don't look him up. You've been warned. He does write about rumps a lot, and I am making a funny rump and peach themed spread in the journal. Also, I'm cutting out the words add weird things. It's kind of written in these weird duck letters that I got off of Canva, so whatever. It hopefully is readable, but anyway, I'm just finally cutting that out. Those are some papers for some other pages that I work on after I stopped filming. Here I'm looking at all of the Pee-wee cutouts that I printed out and cut out, and this is going to be for a pick your own character spread. And if I didn't say, this is actually for my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal, and I'm doing that with a whole bunch of friends on my Patreon channel, hence why I'm comfortable enough to do a peaches and rump spread. If it was just me, with strangers, I would not do that, so I'm not that weird. I did take out, there was two of the same character for Pee-wee, and I took out one of them. I was kind of just seeing how many I had, and if there were any I wanted to remove. I do also remove the window, because the window is on that printed page right there, and I actually have a version you could color of him, but there's no use in having him twice, even on different pages, so I take him out. I don't put him as one of the included characters for people to adopt. I'm just picking out some washi, because I don't know how to attach that see-through bag. Very pretty bag. I'm sure I got it from some order, and I end up attaching the bag really simply. It's not that bad, and I didn't have to use washi tape. I will explain that later. I end up having to cut more white area off of the P out of the Pee-wee, so it's just too chunky, and I wanted it to be thinner so it wouldn't be so close to where I want this bag to be eventually. Again, looking through the characters, I'm going to end up coloring some of the characters so that I can paste some on the spreads so that my sisters from the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal can see, you know, how I envision this working as a communal spread. I'm just testing out some of my gel pens here and some markers. Specifically, I'm just testing it out for Pee-wee's bow tie, which is supposed to be red. And then I also end up trying to test out some blue gel pens later. And I don't know if I'm there yet, but anyway. This is me just organizing the pens that I might want to use and putting away some of the others that I won't use. And there we go. Also still torn about how to freaking put that bag down. I at first thought that the tape runner would actually show through the bag, but it doesn't. So I'm here even contemplating putting like pins in it and using jewelry making products, and I'm like, no. Let's just see if this tape will work, and spoiler, like 1 second ahead, it does work. And I probably shouldn't have put it so high up on the edges like I'm about to do here, but because if I want to close it, it kind of automatically doesn't sit there. That's fine. Not a big deal. But it does close. Kind of bulky, but you know, it is what it is. Here I'm testing more markers, and that's because I'm about to color a little fish character, and I want a nice blue color for that. And I also got out my colored pencils there to try to use on some of the characters I'm coloring. Alright, so here I start to color them with a light blue. You can't really completely tell on camera, but it was pretty streaky. I wasn't happy with it. So eventually you'll see me, after this coat is done, it's not paint, but you know what I mean. After this coat is done, I go over with a sparkly metallic blue. And I kind of like that because the fish in Pee-wee, they're also very sarcastic and cheeky and very, very glittery and colorful, so the glittery metallic blue works better on top. I also outlined this fish's eyes in black so they popped out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Not popped out of its head, but it popped off of the little character. Alright, so here I'm positioning or trying to position what I want this page to look like with the letters. This is supposed to be my opening page, and then I've got 3 other pages that people can paste characters onto that are all Pee-wee backgrounds. This one I wanted them to kind of understand what to do. And again, I'm taking out characters because I'm like, ooh, I know there's a kite. That would be the perfect one to go next to Pee-wee. So I end up coloring the kite as well. Mr. Kite is his name, I believe. Anyway, he's a pink color, and that's the actual color of him. My other participants in this traveling journal don't have to actually color the characters the actual colors they are, but in this case, I feel like he's iconic. He's got to be pink with his crazy bow ties or ribbons, whatever you want to call them. And I've got lots of Pee-wee themed pages in this journal because Pee-wee's Playhouse specifically, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the movie I like, but Pee-wee's Playhouse, the show, really influenced my entire aesthetic. Like, that literally is my vibe. It's exactly the kind of design and color schemes and patterns that I love. Like, obsessed with. So here I'm mixing using the tape runner, but I also end up using a glue stick. I don't know why I didn't just stick with one or the other, but you know, I don't know. I can't jump into what past Kelsey was thinking. And there I was just trying to make sure that all of the excess gel pen was off and it wouldn't smudge when I closed the book or turned the page. Here I am going through the characters a billionth time and putting them back in the bag. And I'm trying to place Pee-wee down on one of the pages. I think he came out great. I will show you the close-up of some of the pages I worked on at the end of this video. So stay tuned if you do want to see a better look, because I know I am off-center for some of this video. And I do apologize. But here, you can see I repositioned. I realized, I was like, ah, I'm off camera! So I put the fish, I mean, obviously it's not a fish tank, but it kind of looks like they went there. I don't know, it worked perfectly. I ripped his tail, the little orange one, but I fixed it. I don't think you can tell, really. So the characters I colored was Mr. Kite, Pee-wee, of course, and the 2 fish. And the ant was just printed like that, the little ant by Pee-wee, the Playhouse words. Here I put pick, color, and paste to try to tell people what to do. And this is where I made my big mistake. Adopt a Pee-wee character. If I would have just stopped there, it would have been fine. I end up coloring in more. Again, even this would have been fine had I stopped here. But then I go over in purple pen, and then it gets all messed up, and I go over in white, and I just do not like it. And this would have been so much better if I just had left it. Just, well, without words, but even just with black. That would have been better. I'm putting a paper there so nothing gets smudged when I'm working on the next page. I had to finish this. I just didn't add washi, and this is one of my favorite washi tapes for this specifically because this design is very reminiscent of like that wall that the fish are on with the weird shapes. It's just a different color, but very reminiscent of the shapes on that weird wall on the first or the previous spread with the fish. So yeah, this washi is great. I love it, and I used it on a few of these spreads throughout these Pee-wee pages. Because again, I have like 5 Pee-wee pages in this journal, which is insane, but that is my aesthetic. I think it works, and I love it, personally. And what other Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal is going to have Pee-wee themed spreads? None, I tell you, none! I mean, I'd be happy to be wrong. I would love it if some others that I see online would have some, but I don't think it's a very popular thing. So, whatevs. Alright, we're taking a look at everything I've done again, trimming up some things with my scissors, and I shouldn't have been using those. Those are my good fussy cutting scissors, so I should not use those to cut anything with tape. I usually try to avoid that. Here is the crazy Richard Lehman author I told you about with the rumps. I, in Canva, put little peaches as his eyes. So yes, I altered that. No, peaches are not his real eyeballs. He does not have peaches for eyes. I'm looking for specific stickers. I knew I had some that were rump themed. And yes, I do have these little baby cowboy rump stickers. I know it's ridiculous. So one of my favorite channels to watch right now, it's called February and June. I love her journal with me videos, very relaxing. Hers are done in real time. I had to like cut all this and I couldn't use the actual audio because there was a TV on in the background, but she showed a little trick where she put letters on a ruler like this and then did exactly what I'm about to do. Isn't that amazing? So props to February and June, the YouTube channel. I adore her content, so relaxing, and I love her style. If I could adopt a junk journal style, I would adopt hers. Now this is not a junk journal, so this is not my junk journal style. This is more of like a done in my art journal or creative journal style, more than a junk journal style. Now this folder, what I'm about to take out of the folder is what entirely inspired this spread, and that is a big peach, a big A peach, if I do say so myself. And he looks really funny. He's got a little funny face, and that whole folder was a wonderful gift, along with the many other things, from my friend Crystal, who did a junk exchange with me, but I still have to give her junk that I want to send to her, so she was way more on time with it than me. I'm just trimming off the white because this takes up a lot of the page, and I want everyone else to still have room to put things on this page. So whatever I could remove off the peach, I did. And I'm thinking that people could collage a little bit over his body as long as they don't cover his face or, you know, the part of him that makes him a peach, like that little line in the middle on the bottom there. So hopefully people can overlap a little bit, but not completely cover him. And here, yes, this is from Five Below, by the way, this little sticker pack. It's butts on things, and I'm doing a butt Lego sticker and then a dump truck. And you can't see it here because I'm poorly framed. I'm so sorry again. I will show you this at the end of the video. So I'm pressing it down with my little tool to make sure it's stuck. And yes, I know it's ridiculous that I am making this spread, but again, I know the people I'm sending this to, and we have a running joke about this on my Patreon Discord, so they are very used to this. This is not offensive to them. They totally get this. They understand this. So if it's very weird to you, I'm sorry, but they know. They know me, and they know that this is not an unusual spread. Moving on to my weird theme spread, again, I'm got those letters from Etsy? Not Etsy, what am I saying? From Canva. And there's my little We Are the Weirdos Mr. sticker. That's a quote from The Craft. I love that movie. That dinosaur was also one of the things that Crystal gave me in the junk exchange. I really wish I would have put that doily behind it, but I ended up not putting it behind him, and I wish I would have. I also printed out that certified zany. You saw me cut that out in the beginning. I just wanted people to understand if they couldn't read the words add weird things because it's such a weird font with like ducks and bows. I wanted them to know this is for like zany weird stuff. And the only reason I put the weirdo sticker is because the quote, the sticker itself's really not that weird. So anyway, anything that seems kind of weird or unusual, I'm hoping they could either put stickers in or collage or doodle or whatever. They are free to just add whatever zany, weird, unusual things to this spread. That's the idea, if that makes sense. My inspiration was just to try to do things that were a little bit different than the heaps and heaps of videos I watched for inspiration, and I think I accomplished that. So here I'm picking out washi for a little washi wall I'm gonna make on this page, and there's one that I pick out, and I'm about to pick out two more if I could get that one back in. And here we go, other two, and I decide just three. But you'll see I actually add a fourth one when I'm done filming, but you'll see it in the flip through at the end. The first washi is Mothman themed. I love Mothman. He's my favorite cryptid. And I love the movie The Mothman Prophecies. I think this is, I don't even want to say who I think the artist is because I could be wrong, but I love supporting artists on Etsy. I know so many of my stickers come from there, and this washi tape definitely came from there, but I will say this washi isn't super sticky, so I used glue underneath it. For the other washi I'm going to add in a minute, I do not use glue, I don't think. I am kind of OCD about the positioning, and I say that with all respect because I am diagnosed with OCD and anxiety, so no shade. But yeah, I love the way the Mothman washi looks, and you can't really tell, but it's sparkly in person, but I don't think it is really picked up very much on camera. Here, for some reason, I am trying to crease it there so that it closes well. I did it a little too much, in my opinion. Okay, back to the page. And then I'm like, what do I do next? Here are some sprinkles. So it's sprinkle washi in kind of pastel color. I really like that. Reminds me of candy. I love sprinkles. I will have sprinkles on anything. Just rainbow sprinkles. Here I am trying to crease the middle again, and I do it a little too much, and I rip. Also, I am so silly. I meant to only do it on one side of the page to leave the complete other side for my participants to add their washi. So I correct that, which is kind of weird. So I've got 2 full strips going over 2 pages, and then 1 going over 1 when I realize right here, uh-oh, I am not supposed to put it over 2. And then I'm like, should I rip it up? No, no, no. It's going to destroy the page. So I say, they'll understand. And I guess I'm looking at it like I'm getting them started. Now they know that they can use the second page to put their own strips. But I hope they continue down one page and then the other so they can add lots of washi. In this group, by the way, I'm only in a group with 4 other people now, so there's going to be plenty of room for them to do things and add things, even if I kind of fill a page. So now I'm trying to do this ruler trick again, and spoiler, it doesn't work. I do think the key to doing this correctly is getting your stickers high enough on the ruler to where you can get them to stick on the page. And also, these were really small stickers. I think that was part of the problem. But for big stickers, it works just fine, and I love that trick. So, it was my fault. User error, I did it wrong. Here I'm just trimming the edges off the washi. I don't know, this is my favorite part of the footage. It's very satisfying to watch the pages getting trimmed. It's kind of relaxing, like ASMR, but visual. And I think we're about to be done here. Chop, chop, there we go, chop. I love that, it's so relaxing. Okay guys, I will see you for the flip through. Okay guys, I'm going to show you the completed pages that you saw me working on in the Journal With Me video. So the one we spent the longest on, obviously, was this page, and it's holding up pretty good. There's a whole bunch of Pee-wee characters in there. I ruined this! It looks so good, and then I ruined it. Whatevs. But overall, not too bad. Here's the little Pee-wee I drew. Well, not drew, I colored, and he's got little stripes if you can see. There you go. And I'm hoping everyone adopts a little character, or actually multiple characters. I will do a full flip through of this book, but you saw me kind of flip these pages. You did see me work on this one. I was out of frame, but I added a few stickers down here. This is all about Peaches and Rumps. Here's weird stuff, and I did add some marker designs around. You can't even see, there's like pink ones here. Anyway, you also saw me do this washi wall. I did go back and add one more strip in. And is that the last one I worked on? Yeah, I did some other things off camera, but I'm going to flip through that once I have finished all of my spreads, and that'll be soon because I'm sending this out this weekend. I'm so excited. Alright, so this is what I worked on, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. Until next time, you know what you can do. Keep on killing it. Bye, guys.